Hello everyone, welcome to my channel K Kalyan for you. Today I came up with something very important and very interesting topic, that is your salary hike. Do you think your salary hike is sufficient enough to beat the inflation? I have done a lot of research to bring this video and I condensed to put everything in this video. So without waiting, let's dive in. Did you ever wonder how the companies decide your hike? If you know, comment in the below. The most companies decide your hike based on the inflation rate of India. Not only India, most of the companies in the world decide their hike percentages based on their country's inflation, which is based on the Consumer Price Index (CPI). During your appraisal discussion, they will tell you like, we are giving X percentage hike and this is the country's inflation and we are giving this much extra. If you believe and fall for those words, let me tell you the new concept, that is personal inflation. I know there are some companies who won't give even that hike as well. But why personal inflation is important? Before that, let me talk about Indian inflation. According to historical data, our inflation rate is around 5.5 to 6% present. But here is the thing, this inflation calculated based on basket of goods or services, which includes like food, beverages, clothes, fuel and more. But does this really reflect your personal inflation? For most of us living in a big cities like Bangalore, Calcutta, Hyderabad, Delhi, Mumbai, etc., 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 if you see, the cost of living is much higher and the inflation rate is also much higher. Let me tell you how you can calculate personal inflation. I will break it down for some of the examples. You can include or exclude in this and you can calculate on your personal inflation. So in a present day-to-day life or monthly expenses, like if you take your monthly expenses, at present and monthly expenses, if you take, you will have educational fee, food delivery services like Zomato and Swiggy, medical expenses, rent, food, clothing, etc., etc., etc. But do you know what does each category individual inflation look like? Let me tell you the one data. So educational cost inflation is around 12%. Food delivery like Zomato and Swiggy is 8 to 12%. Medical inflation is 14%. Food inflation is 10 to 14%. And clothing 4 to 5%. Housing on EMS 4 to 5%. And other expenses like travel, recreational and etc. etc. Those are around 8%. Now, if we calculate our personal inflation, it would come around 8.1%. But if I change the weighted average and if I change the percentages there, you know, it goes up to 10 to 12% as well. Now tell me, the company which is giving you 5 to 6% hike is enough for you. Oh, it is important to calculate your personal inflation every year because this year you are unmarried, next year you might be married. Like this year you're married and you are expecting kids next year. So obviously your expenses will rise. You have to keep all these things in the mind and you have to plan your finances. Remember, you can only save for the future if you are able to survive today. So let's start your personal financial planning from here. If your salary hike doesn't keep up with your personal inflation, it might affect your savings and investments. Forget about step-up SIP. You will do step-down SIP going forward. And you will eat up all your savings. You will be with nothing in the future. I am telling you this because how much should be at least minimum hike percentage for you is suitable. I am not against any company, but I want to educate all you guys. So let's start our financial planning from here. If you found this video is helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I will be back with more content like this, how to handle your life financially from the scratch.